So moving on in my thoughts about what my perception is on this series where I've been exposing the WEF's penetration into our Canadian politics and Canadian politicians. I don't know now, I haven't kept track and I'm far from done, but how many politicians have I named, listed with WEF affiliations, activities, associations, etc.? And again, YouTube hasn't fact-checked me on any of that. But if you think about it, there isn't a single politician in Canada who lists to their accreditation their WEF activities, I'll just say. Politicians like to brag about, what they have behind them, what they bring to the table, their skill sets, their education, their background, blah, blah. They like to toot their own horn. You don't see any of them ever mention the WEF. I think in the last video or the one before I posted about Danielle Smith, and she said, well, what's the WEF doing in Alberta politics? They don't belong there. But did she say, well, I was a Young Global Leaders graduate, and I participated, and then I changed my mind. Now I rescind my ways. No mention of it at all. Not any of the politicians that I've listed, that I'm aware of, have made any reference to the WEF, their participation, involvement, affiliation, etc., etc. Pierre Poilievre, when asked why he was posted in the WEF's website as a member, which was scrubbed in 2021, he said, something to the effect of, I don't know, I wrote some articles on something and they published, and he never did say what those articles were, and did anybody pursue that subject matter? I can't find him listed in the WEF. The only thing I can find is he was there, and then he was scrubbed. That's it. Crickets. I can't get anything else regarding Poilievre. Did he really clarify the matter? When asked on more than one occasion, he said, well, I won't have my cabinet members going to Davos. I believe that that's all he said. I think he might have said something else about participating, blah, blah. But we see we've got, who did I list? Andrew Scheer and Michelle Rempel-Gardner. There's a couple more I got to run through yet. But crickets, when it comes to the WEF, I think I've proven, well, again, I've listed how many now, 20 or more Canadian politicians involved with the WEF, Young Global Leaders graduates, members, whatever the case may be. But we don't hear anything about it. They don't talk about it. The mainstream media, sir, doesn't cover it. I don't see the independent media really, I guess the Rebel News and the True North have sort of touched on the subject matters, but I don't see anybody doing a deep dive into it. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bottom line, I guess, if we have an election in 2025, you want to check and see if your MP is WEF, and if he is, find one that isn't. I don't know. What else are we going to do? Anyways, off to research Larry Brock next, and some other conservative members.